Hello everybody! Welcome back to Danganronpa. Boy, am I looking forward to this one. In fact, I'm not. In fact, I am. I don't know how to feel about this one, honestly. Someone went out there and killed my waifu. I don't know who it was, or why they killed it, but they did it. And I need to make that not be a thing. So, need to figure out who did it and make them pay for their crimes. I'm really rambling because I honestly don't know what to say, and honestly, whew, so you don't know how difficult the setup was. I'm joined once again by my good friend Brandon, or is it Brandon in the chat? Say hi to everyone, Brandon.
Hello.
Cool.
I proper introduction for once.
Yeah, I did it. Oh man.
I apologize for everyone who's been going past few streams wondering who's this asshole.
Who's this random dude? All right, let's start off the game. Yeah, we ended. Yeah, we didn't actually start the trial yet. We saved just outside the door. So let's go. Okie dokes. Game is lit. Anno for this game is shit. Well, that's fair enough. I kind of expect no spoilers because I
No spoilers.
Brandon will time you out. Don't be offended if he does though. If he times you out for something you feel like isn't a spoiler, I trust him to do it. It's more a case if he just wants me to have as pure an experience with the game as I can. Is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or am I missing someone? I don't know.
Yo.
Toko's not here. Oh, cause she's crazy. Yo, I love soccer 609. Thanks for the follow, dude.
Ah, so I do have the alert sounds.
Yep. I told you I got it fixed. Told you I got it fixed.
Yeah. Setup for the stream was not fun.
It was awkward to set this one up. I didn't set it up much in advance. I didn't normally give myself as long as I normally did because I thought it would go smoothly and it didn't. So.
And that's what I told you. When you think like that, you were just inviting everything to go wrong.
That's it. I was just asking for it all to go wrong, really.
What are you gonna
She's a
do?
crucial part of the class trial. I don't know, Marco. Oh god, he's gonna drag her here. Mondo is your daddy? Oh god. Mondo's an alright dude, honestly. He's alright. Chill, Toko.
I mean, at the very least, we all agree that Mondo is a hero.
So we're in the trial for Chihiro. Chihiro died. Toko's really pissed. Fuck. Hustle to the elevator, let's get the show on the road. Alright, Monaco.
Let's go.
Who done it? Who done it? Friggin' who would do it? Who would do it? Who would do that? It's brutal.
Who would do that indeed?
Someone's standing right here. Someone did it. Which of you did it? I'll point. I'll point my finger at you. It's a deadly weapon, a point. I guess you can just talk to people, can't you, and stuff beforehand, so let's just do that. Yeah, dude, we're doing it.
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performed such a heinous act on a weaker individual. Yeah, dude.
Who did he think did it? Oh!
Shall we go?
I don't have my notebook of your crazy ass predictions on me right now.
Oh gosh!
How very
I was hoping you forgot.
There it is. Nope. Nope, I totally do. Oh, right. You were convinced that, Byakuya convinced Toko to do it.
Oh yeah, that was my running theory.
Hey, come on.
I don't know what's up with Toko, dude. It's because she
So
did
yeah,
it.
for those who's joining
that's
us,
a little
I have this little notebook off to my side, and I'm keeping track of all of the guesses that Rob is making, just to see how close he is
And how
when it
far
comes time
away.
for those theories to be debunked.
Yeah. Ding dong. You redecorated? So fresh, so exciting. Oh boy. Can't wait. There we go. That's fine.
Very nice. Well,
Let's get the show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills.
That's a quote. I don't know if there's a
It
quote
is
of
a
anything
quote.
else, but like it's a quote that I can use in the future. That's what I was thinking.
When I initially tried to stream this game, I've actually used that line as part of like the title for the stream.
That might actually be something that they do in the future when it comes to. Yeah, we'll save properly. There we go. All right.
All right, setup time. Don't forget to equip your skill that you got from Chihiro.
That's true. That's true. We have a new skill. So we have the one we had before anyway, which was increased damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during a bullet time battle. So that's the battle at the end where I had to do the rhythm game. So
Yeah.
it increases. So that's good. Increase the speed of memorizing a statement effective during the non-stop debate. Ooh, hang on. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement. What does it mean by that?
I'll just say it's a mechanic, and you're gonna want it.
All right. We got it.
Let's just go with that.
And you can equip multiple, right? Oh, I see. So we have SP
Yeah.
as like our limit as to how much we can equip, and each
Yeah,
thing
when you
costs
hang
things.
out. Yeah, when you hang out with someone and you're not getting a skill from them, you're getting an SP increase.
Got you. So currently I have 15. I'm using 5. So we have a ton of SP and only like 2 skills to use it.
Yeah, I don't doubt that a skill is good. It's just a matter of we're leaving largely who we hang up to completely up to chance. Also, I am very much looking forward to Danganronpa V3, but I just need to get through a whole bunch of other games before
Yeah.
that run comes out.
I didn't.
And we still need to get you through like 2 more games.
Yeah, I've got to get through the rest of this one and like all of the next one and stuff. So like, yeah. All right, I'm just gonna open handbook and just. Oh no, that doesn't actually refresh me, does it? All right, whatever. Let's just go. We're good. We're good to go. It's fine. Whew. Dear me.
Let's begin with a basic explanation
Oh,
of
it's
the
all
class
voice,
trial.
isn't it, in this? Excellent.
So, your
Yeah.
votes will determine the results.
I don't have to speak.
If you can
That's good.
figure out
Nearly as
who
much.
done it, then only they will receive punishment.
Who done
But
it, dude?
if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Yay! First, we have to make it clear what was used to deliver the failed blow. Alright. As far as we can tell, it's the dumbbell, right?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Correct.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Remember my buttons. Was that not correct?
No, that is not the correct response.
Fuck. Alright. We fucked up.
Chihiro's
That's
fatal
alright then.
injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According
was
to the
like, what
Monokuma
kind?
file, the killer used a blunt instrument.
The dumbbell,
But
of course.
what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
No, remember,
I
you
bet it
need
was
to
an iron
contra.
pipe.
There we go. That's what it is.
Remember, you
Him
need to
blatantly
shoot
saying
contradict-
it's something else that isn't what it is.
Yeah, remember, in this game
Can
you
we
have to
agree that the
shoot
object that dealt
contradictory
the fatal
statements.
blow was
Not
the
just
dumbbell
alright, gotcha.
found at the
gotcha.
scene of the crime? It was covered in blood,
Yes.
and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
Nope.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Okay, I'm
As
glad
far
you
as
looked
I'm
at the wound
concerned,
because we didn't.
There's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes.
That's so creepy!
Yeah, but I mean, she's not phased by anything. So
If you don't mind,
I mean, if
I will
anyone was going to
proceed
do
from
it, she
here.
would.
Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Oh, really?
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer,
Oh, of course.
Genocide Jack.
I thought he was going to point the finger at someone right off the bat. He's like, I figured it all out, all in my head.
I mean,
It's
in a way,
you.
in a way, he is.
He kind of is. He kind of is. But the thing is, we don't know who Genocide Jack is.
Right?
Alright, explain the new element. Tell me what it is. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Oh god, what? No. Your truth
Oh,
bullets
yes.
your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines. So think of them as obstacles in your debate. Oh no. But if there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way, press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. Oh my god, alright.
Get it? Silencer, white noise. Haha, pun.
That's a pretty funny idea. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of white noise, the time limit will decrease. Oh my god. Ah!
Yeah, here's where I kind of start camping it a bit.
It's set to gentle and wait period. Well, that's good, because I'm not set to gentle, so it's going to be there. It's going to make my life hard. Good luck and have fun. Alright, sure. Fun. Fun.
Alright,
Alright, we
your first
got-
encounter with white noise.
One bullet. Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean,
So what?
come on. There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack,
Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button.
I don't know who that is!
Yeah, that's fine. Buttons, man. Buttons.
Buttons, man.
I've got to
How
press
do-
the
how do I-
top button to
Culprit
shoot
is
the thing,
Genocide Jack. I'm
and
sure.
the
Case closed,
bottom
as
button.
far as I'm concerned.
But that's
Yeah,
impossible.
Why?
stay,
What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on.
yeah, just go ahead and
There's
get used
just
to,
no proof for it.
Got it. Alright, cool.
No, that's wrong.
We got it. Starting to get the buttons down. Starting to get the buttons down. I kept fucking up the button before because I
might
kept
know
pressing
one
X
reason he
instead
could
of
be
Y.
involved.
But then this one, now they're getting me to press another button to shoot other things.
What?
I'm like,
I found this file
Too many
while I
buttons.
was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
quite possibly,
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it?
you know.
What was up?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth.
Oh.
So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file,
yeah, don't
there appear
remember,
to be
remember,
two
every
defining
voice line is voice acted,
characteristics
so
in
try not
every
to,
Genocide
Try not to
Jack
skip ahead,
case.
yeah. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
not to, don't worry.
The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Got you.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Boob lust?
No.
No, Hifumi.
No, Hifumi.
No.
No, Hifumi. Yes, yes, yes.
It's actually bloodlust.
What more important is the other
Alright, we
characteristic.
know Hifumi's not
and
the
it's
killer,
something
because
that
he
has
would have
never
wrote
been made
Blast.
public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of Genocide Jack case, which is it's how they're positioned, because they're always hung up. They're always strung up.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Yep, that they
Other
do.
than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Alright, I hear you.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
They're either a high-up police official, or the killer itself.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way.
I say, not necessarily. It could be that we have someone that's high up in the police, and there is one person that we don't know who they really are.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
You never know, dude.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What? Alright, sure. Go blame Toko.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Alright. Oh god. Why are you protecting, like, Hifumi?
What?
Do you ever think of Toko?
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
That's very true, Hina.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
What?
Another riddle.
You're literally not talking sense, man.
Why is this gotta be so complicated?
Shut up, hero. Didn't I think... I said, didn't I, last stream? I'm sure I said that, like, she seems like she has, like, multiple personalities or something.
So you did? Alright. Hangman's Gambit time.
Oh my god. Alright, alright.
I'll be surprised if you somehow manage to get this term right.
oh no, but I've got to make a word.
Yeah.
No. Nope. It's not that. Nope, not that either. I really have an I. Hey. Fuck.
Man, that's a lot of damage I hear you taking.
Yep. S. C. Oh, schizo.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure of the accuracy of this term.
Jesus, really?
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide
thank you,
Jack has a
sucker,
split
but,
personality?
Please no hints.
Yeah, try not to give me too many hints, dude.
We're only
think I read
we'll only
that
give him
somewhere
hints
in
when,
the file,
when
too.
he's at a wall.
Honestly,
They
the
thought that the
Hangman's
suspect
Gambit
might have-
ones are always going to be the
what did they
ones that
call it?
I struggle with, just
Dissociative
because I
identity
myself am dyslexic, and trying to do puzzles like that where you have some of the letters but not all the letters, I'm really bad at. Just really bad at. I've never been good at them, so it's kind of a little bit of potluck
But
until I
still,
fill in enough
you
of the
wouldn't say
things,
that about
and
Miss
I can
Fukawa's.
work it out eventually, hopefully.
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality to do with her behavior, her behavior changed.
I got it!
She
You
was
were
acting
talking
mighty
about
weird
how
when
she started acting totally
Mhm.
different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Yeah, I forgot about that. Jeez.
She was acting funny, that's for sure.
All right.
That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to
No,
mention,
I'm not even
once she
touching that.
regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Huh.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Jeez. It makes sense when you think about it and think about the words she's saying.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Yeah.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Yep.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her.
The thing is, though, this
What she's
seems
trying
too
to
easy.
say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
I'm always thinking it's not Toko, because she's been, like, she's kind of been set up a little bit like this. But I'm wondering if she's being framed. I'm wondering if she has this, like, issue with her, like this mental issue with her. And Togami's maybe, like, planted this in her or something.
Interesting.
To make
Let's keep
her
going.
think that she's done it.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story.
Oh god, alright.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
And she told you, didn't she?
And
She's
that
that you're the
trepidation
only
is what
person that knew
caused her
about
to
it.
have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
And you believed him?
Why would you believe him? I mean,
Promised.
she is like manly in love
you
with him.
lied.
So, I mean,
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
oh god, he's being harsh, dude.
Besides,
Yeah,
you
remember when
broke your promise first.
Wait, what?
You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
But what if she didn't actually?
But
do
in
it?
spite of that promise,
Like, she is a suspect. I'm not gonna deny she's not a suspect. But I'm thinking freaking Bakuga, yeah, he's just as much of a suspect.
You said if I
In my mind,
kept
anyway.
my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Yeah. Bakuga definitely is just as much as a suspect of Toko at the moment.
But you weren't.
Because he's
able
been
to
leading
do
Like I
this
said,
entire
You just
case.
couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
You ready to meet one of my favorite characters, Rob?
Fuck.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Jill.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Oh my god. But I thought she was like the ultimate writer or something. Is she both?
Well, very clearly, if her other personality has another ultimate talent.
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Oh my god.
I love that laugh.
Intense.
Like they say,
Intense is
sound in murderous
a
mind,
correct word.
sound in murderous body.
You know when you were saying you could do worse than Toko? I don't know.
This one is so different from the one we've come
But
to
she's
know.
so lively.
Lively's one word for it, yeah.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every
Also, yeah.
inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
So yeah, you remember how last stream we that Toko has Chie's voice actors? Yeah, here's where you really start hearing the
Behind every
similarities.
dark and gloomy
You
soul
do,
lives
yeah.
another that shines as bright as the sun!
Yeah, yeah. You can hear it a lot more now than when she was all like, you know, quivering away. Alright.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
Have you ever been up a hill
What's
to
up?
fetch a pail of water? Also that face.
Yeah, I love her like little the most innocent pose she has.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
I don't think so.
Just kidding!
Yeah, I thought so.
It's not true?
It's not true.
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless.
So did Monokuma just call freaking Toko a freakazoid?
Bit, yeah.
That seems a little hypocritical, but you know what, it's fine.
I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
I mean, they did. It's true.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
I don't know.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
No.
Just kidding again!
Yeah, you're not making much sense.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
I almost read that as Chie again. I was like, yeah, she freaking killed her and took her voice. What is this?
No.
Oh.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Motive.
Remember what Monokuma told us?
What was the motive?
If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Was hers that she was really Genocide Jack?
Well,
I mean, that
let's
seems to be the
assume
most
that
embarrassing thing
Toko's
possible
secret
about it.
was about Genocide Jack.
It seems like the biggest secret she would have had. Like, realistically.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Yeah, if she made it out or not. Because, like, if she's in with us lot, we all know she's a freaking serial killer. She's probably going to be the next target to be killed off by whichever one of us decides to go and kill someone next. If she goes and, like, say, actually does kill someone, gets away with it, and ends up outside again, you know, assuming that that's how it works, then her secret's been revealed to, like, the whole world, and they know who did it, and therefore she'll just be arrested. So, like, she had to stop the secret from getting let out, regardless, meaning she had to kill someone.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Exactly.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Wait, what? Oh, I see.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Alright then, who did it?
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Ah, hear her out, hear her out. Alright.
Alright.
Whew, make your argument. Status of the dead body. Oh boy.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
I think that's the one though.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No. So I just took a look at your belt. How much damage did you take during the Hangman's Gambit?
Are the
maybe
methods
a
of murder
lot.
really exactly the same?
Jesus.
I think there's a slight difference between the
Do I, if I
Genocide
die,
Jack
do I go all the way back
cases
to the
and
beginning of the
this
trial?
No, you start at the last, each, like, presentation part where it's like, where you make a choice is a checkpoint. We start from there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
Also, she uses scissors.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
True, true.
But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee.
It is weird how she is starting to make absolute
This
sense
is no
right now.
creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Really? Do you do it to restart? I don't remember that. Then again, I don't remember ever getting a game over in Danganronpa. So.
Well, this could be a bit longer stream than planned. You'll see a clear difference in the victim's fatal injury. Yeah.
I got it! For one,
Yo,
the
I got a
cause
bit of health
death
back
is
though.
different. In the Genocide Jack
Give
murders,
me more
all the
questions.
victims were killed the same
Give me
way.
more questions. Let me get more health back.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right? Ah, yes. This is definitely different from the other murders. Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change
I
their
had no
method?
reason to not believe you, dude. I don't know the game.
Yeah, I literally have not gotten the game over in
And there's
Danganronpa
more.
1, so
One more
I
conflicting
legit don't
detail.
remember.
I assumed, like, for me, I was assuming it was like Phoenix Wright. In Phoenix Wright, if you fail a case, you literally start the freaking case over from the start of the trial section of that day or something like that. So, like,
That's
yeah.
right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Oh my god.
Could you
Let-
please
let's
stop
continue
doing
this.
killing people to cooking?
Yeah, I agree with Hero for once. Stop making food analogies. It's just gonna make me hungry.
So,
No, we're not particularly
the difference
interested.
has to do with how the body was arranged?
You have a certain fridge to sell you interested. No, I'm good, I don't need a fridge. How she was suspended. Step through the hands. What was used to suspend her, dude?
I got it. Do you remember
She
what
was,
the killer
everyone else
used
was
to
stabbed with scissors,
suspend
but
her?
she was just tied with rope.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Yeah.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
Do you have any of them with you?
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
What else?
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Oh god.
Huh?
Alright, let's have a look then. See if we can figure it out.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Wait,
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Something is amiss.
look at the names of every victim. Wait. Were they all men? Yeah. No, the other two don't make sense.
I got it. Is it because
my health back.
Chihiro was a girl?
Question by question.
Bingo!
Clawing it
Right
back.
on the money!
I really hope there's not another freaking hangman thing.
What are you talking about?
If there isn't, I don't know.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Yeah, they're all male.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Adorable little men.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
Fucked up.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
You know what they said about being a closet psycho for that kind of shit?
Yeah. I'm legit surprised you called that.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged man madam!
Alright, alright.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
True, True.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
Also, didn't I tell you to stop making freaking food analogies?
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not... It's a different matter entirely.
That in a bit.
When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Yeah.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would
Oh, yeah,
never
the other reason I
kill for a
like-
reason as petty as
Why
mere
I like her.
survival.
She actually talks back to Byakuya.
She just told back to him. That's good.
And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Exactly.
You know, it's kind of ironic that
Whatever
the most
reason I
trustworthy
have for
person in
killing,
this
I
group
would
is
never
the
leave
serial
out my
killer.
Is a serial killer
scissors.
psychopath. I'm crazy. Like, oh god.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell? Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school? Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world
Dude,
scissors!
Ifumi, you triggered her. She's triggered.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Uh-oh.
Da-da-da-da!
Oh god.
She's fully equipped!
I asked her. I asked her whether she had some.
Damn
Sure
right
enough,
she
she
is.
does.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
Alright.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Why scissors?
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot, so rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
I don't know.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
No one knew about it except for the police. And now one of the guy in this room.
That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Yep. Select someone. Hey, fancy pants.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police
Yes!
records.
Leon!
It's Leon!
Plus, you've already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Exactly.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
Yep.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
It does indeed. You got anything to defend yourself?
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Oh, I don't know, the day you decided you were gonna stop coming to the morning meetings and do your own fucking thing.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Yeah.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right?
I'd say he
But
led me
since you're a
right to
guy-
the freaking body.
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Leon possessed his body. The spirit of Leon lives on.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary,
Hey, where is
there's
he?
something very strange.
Okay,
Or,
then. What's so strange about
I
it?
guess I'm not gonna gender them.
Dude, the ultimate exorcist would be interesting, to say the least.
Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Baki just said. Alright. Oh no,
All
it's
right.
actually non-stop debates. Explain it to me.
Now here's one of the harder elements of the novel.
Oh god. Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot, hold down the Y. Oh god, hold down the Y button. Alright. Then you'll memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. You don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your little truth bullets. Might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. Oh god. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits. Yay.
Uh-oh. Alright. How many passes do you want before I tell you at the very least the statement you want?
If I've gone through the entire script twice and I don't know exactly which one it is on the third pass, then tell me.
Alright, I will only tell you the one you need to grab for the truth bullet. I will let you figure out where you use it on your own.
Yeah, that's fine. Just because I don't want it to take forever and use all of them. I'd rather not fail and have to start again.
Fair enough.
Monokuma file number 2 is our truth bullet, alright.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Oh, I get it. I think I get how this mechanic works now. So you can take a phrase and use that as the truth bullet.
Yeah, this is how you agree with people.
Got you.
More or less.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
So
But he was acting weird...
That's fine.
how?
So,
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls'
that's
locker room,
fine.
that's
Because there was
unnatural.
only
The
one
victim
thing,
was
I can't
Chihiro.
use this
So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room. There was no time for points. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So I can
Alright,
either...
so...
It's gonna want me to use the freaking...
Okay, well, yeah, not really agree. It's the closest you get to agreeing with other people in the game.
Yeah.
In this game.
So,
Like-
at the moment, I'm feeling like I should take the first statement and use it on the second. Although I'm trying to figure out why.
Alright, tell me when you're ready for the bullet.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls, that's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro. So of course I would suggest we check the
God
girls'
damn it.
locker. There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you. So, you said Byakuya was acting...
Okay,
but he was
I'll tell you,
acting-
you have the right truth bullet.
Yeah, I think I do.
Check out the girls.
It's
That's
just a
unnatural.
case of...
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah.
I'll
That's
tell
it.
you what's so strange about
Yeah,
that.
it's taking the argument someone else puts forward and using that against whichever one I want to use it against. That's gonna get interesting, to say the least.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Like, how did you know Chihiro was the victim? So you are well versed with FPS games. Yeah, I'm not.
That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us.
Oh, is that a challenge, sir? You challenging me? Throwing the gauntlet in my face? Alright. Alright.
Yeah, he may or may not be throwing the gauntlet in your face.
Alright. I'll let you
What's
out.
the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Kyoko, thanks for coming in and helping out here.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The innocent Bruce back here is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Ooh. Make my argument. Library desk lamp. That's my truth bullet. Alright.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again?
Yeah.
When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
Yeah.
And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Okay.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Oh. Is... Because the extension cable wasn't actually plugged in and it wasn't anywhere to be found, but it was definitely in there before because he said he used it. That's the rope.
That's the rope.
That's the rope. All right.
What? The difference between the... You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It
Then there must be
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
That's all right. Wait, what?
Obviously,
What?
somebody else
No.
must have had it hidden away somewhere.
How did I fucked it up, dude? I
Did
fucked
you
it up.
miss?
I fucked it up.
The difference
The
between
blue text got in the way.
When I want to kill, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
No!
somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
That time you just mistimed it.
That time I just mistimed it. Oh my god. I know the puzzle. I've got it.
Difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my... And I use those same scissors to arrange...
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something...
Hey, Byakuya,
Alright.
where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Fuck! God
Obviously,
damn it!
somebody else must have had it
Rob!
hidden away somewhere.
Ah!
Sucking!
I'm trying, dude.
The difference between... You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same...
Please take me back to the thing.
That's right!
The one before is Mondo
Where'd you get
shouting
it
at
from,
him.
huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had
God,
it hidden
I'm
away
so bad. I'm so bad.
When I want to kill, and I use those same...
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It
Then there must be something...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it
I
hidden
am
away somewhere.
literally
Wait for the Wait for the white noise to show up. Slow it down. Silence it.
That's
and
what I need
shoot
to do.
them.
I need to slow it down after getting rid of the freaking noise, dude.
Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it?
I'd never
Right.
seen that rope before in my life.
That's what I need to do.
No, what's wrong?
I need to slow down.
Jesus Christ, that was rougher than it needed to be.
It was.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Yeah.
What?
That's right.
Extension cord?
You heard me.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
Yep.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time
Only
went
you knew
missing
about it,
after
dude.
the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's true. All he needs to do is one look at it and he'd notice it was the extension cord. He would have pointed it out to us. But he didn't.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
Correct.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yes. He's got something else up his sleeve he's gonna throw at us.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
What?
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
True, true.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second?
Hold him.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Yeah, but we decided who did it twice already.
I know, but still,
Like,
there's something
Could
that's
be more
still
to this, dude.
bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
right.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Scene of the crime. How would he get into the girls' locker room?
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
How would he get in there?
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How
Oh, yeah.
disappointing.
Dude, there was all the evidence that, like, seemed like stuff in the rooms had been swapped.
What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
She was found there.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely
should mention that,
possible that
asshole.
she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later,
Yeah.
along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Which means...
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Because the stuff in the girls' and boys' locker room has been changed. It's been exchanged.
I believe I do.
Yeah, dude. We got him. We got him on the run.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Alright, alright. The two locker room posters should do it, I think. Take that!
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Yeah, dude.
Your proof is some posters?
Exactly.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel.
Big
But don't
boobed.
you think that's kind of strange?
I don't know, maybe girls like that sort of thing.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
Yeah.
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
I don't know, some people might be into that. I ain't gonna judge.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Maybe they were.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't
Yeah, the coffee stain.
Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It's not that it was scrubbed away. It was in the boys' locker room. And there it is. Take that!
I got it!
Yo, I'm getting
Stain
all my
on
health
the
back.
girls' locker room carpet.
It's
In
all
fact,
good.
Slowly
I
but
found
surely,
it
you're
on the
recovering from
boys'
the fuck
locker
up
room
in the
carpet.
maintenance gambit.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
It is.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Exactly.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from
From
one
one
locker
to
room
the
to
other.
the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
Definitely.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
I don't know.
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
If he did it, he'd probably want to stick it in the girls' locker room so we get stuck at the same point we are now, where there's like no way for him to have gone in there.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the
Fuck,
first
it's the
place?
same problem.
To get into the locker rooms,
It's the same problem but
you
reverse.
swipe your e-handbook across
How
the
did
card
she get in
reader
there?
device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
True.
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh god, Hero's got something to contribute?
I highly doubt that.
Same, Celeste, same.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Uh-huh.
Broken e-handbook. Alright.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer.
That's true. That's true.
It could be
Would have been no
possible.
problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Nope. Because that's broken.
Because that was busted to shit.
That doesn't work.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh.
Good thought, Hero.
Well, then,
Legitimately
yeah,
good
I
thought,
guess
but
that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
You were thinking. You were using your
I
brain.
am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a
Well,
regulation
look, sorry,
against
it's
using someone
impossible.
else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. it says nothing about borrowing one.
Exactly.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Exactly.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Well, hang on. She could have still potentially hacked her own one to allow her into the boys' locker room, but why would she do that?
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
I mean, when all the evidence kind of starts stacking up like that...
No, they were definitely done,
I vote
though.
for Byakuya.
You can't dispute the evidence that the room's objects have been swapped. We just don't know why or how.
Hold on a second.
Oh, here we go. I'm saving grace. Come on, let's go.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Yeah, but what if she
Why are
has
you
a-
so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
Right.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait, can we do that?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
You can't leave?
Monica was like, I'm not sure this is allowed.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Oh, she knows how to trigger
You'll make
him.
things more exciting?
Ah,
Right then. We're in official class trial recess.
For real?
She knows how to
Now
trigger
then,
him, dude.
What
Pushing
is
all
it
the
you want to
buttons.
show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Where are we going? Alright, we're at the scene of the crime.
yeah.
The girls' locker room?
Huh.
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Exactly.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Examine the body, alright. She's strung up by an extension cord, we figured that much out.
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using
Carefully,
our
not that
hands?
kind of examine.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll just forever be
It's
known as
not
that
I'm
guy.
freaked out or
Yeah.
anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Shut up, hero.
Very well. I'll do it.
Thank you, Sakura. Thank you for
You're
taking
a
the ball.
girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
If anyone was gonna do it, I have a feeling Sakura would just do it and not be phased.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Exactly.
So just
Yeah.
leave this to me.
Alright.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action?
Oh my
Is that what
god.
you're about?
Oh my god. Maybe.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Alright.
Alright.
Be
Why
sure
would
to
you
check
tell
her entire body and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say
Yep.
that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What
is it?
Uh-oh.
What's up? What did you find?
Not possible.
Oh
It's
God.
not possible. This girl is
what?
a boy.
Oh my God.
Bum, bum, bum!
Really?
Ah, I see. So she was actually
Dude, I'm
a
heartbroken.
he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
You see, you say you're heartbroken, but I personally just give a fuck.
You're joking, right?
It makes sense, I suppose.
I
I mean,
wouldn't
it's
joke
the-
about this.
Ren,
Alright then, alright.
it's really true?
Uh-huh.
Sakura wouldn't lie.
Chihiro was a guy?
Guy dressed as a girl, dude.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
God's sake, Monokuma. You could have told us.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
I mean, it makes sense. Chihiro's...
Oh my God.
I had killed him.
I mean, it makes sense. Chihiro is a unisex name.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I think I've only had Chihiro linked to females before from games and stuff that I played in the past.
Oh, yeah, technically, Chihiro's a It's just more commonly
So
used for...
that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone,
Interesting.
huh? Interesting.
Wait, so you figured this out? Because you were like examining her body like super close and like poking it and shit. She was. I'm not. she totally was. Like you must have figured. Did you really go in? Really?
Yes,
Guys, I
that
think that's
certainly
some
does
shock.
make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Dude, I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it.
I do
All right.
apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Chihiro's actually a dude. Yeah.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Yeah.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Chihiro would be able to get in the boys' locker room. And you obviously can get in the boys' locker room. So that makes sense. Like, you did it.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Yeah.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
That's true, because those two handbooks were still working.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but
I
yes,
mean,
that
technically,
does seem plausible.
he didn't even need to use Sayaka's or Junko's handbook, because like he could have just used Chihiro's handbook. It's right there. Like after you killed her, just pick it up and use this. You know.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
Oh my God, She's lapping this up.
So now
Yep.
everything has been connected.
All right.
All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Have they though?
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Yeah, you got any other spanners to throw in the works? Anything else that we
Very
see?
interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
Yep.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Wait, why?
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
God, I hate it when the game knows more than I do.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Well, yeah.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think
So?
that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to get away with it, you act like you didn't do it.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
True.
At least, that's how I see it.
True.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
I don't know. I mean, you could put on a good show.
So that's
but-
your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Shut up.
Mark it as
We're
correct?
We're trying to prove you're innocent suddenly.
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Well, I mean, of course you're gonna say that.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Oh. Oh. Why?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Dude, he's too good for swearing.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Alright.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Agree.
Now then,
Unfortunately,
if
I
it
agree.
wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
I mean, it's been made to look like he did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
It's true. It's true. We have to make sure.
That's true. Very well
Oh,
then.
Kyoko's
I'm with you too.
convincing. Kyoko's convinced that there's something more to this
Tell
story,
me.
therefore there must be.
There is. I trust her, dude. She knows what's up.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
They are.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Got you. If, yeah. If Byakuya didn't do it. Who did it? Killer's able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
Yeah, that tracks.
killer has to be a guy. It absolutely has to be. There is... The only way they could have done it is by stealing some other... Like, if a girl did it, the only way they could have done it is by stealing a guy's handbook. Which I...
And the only...
Like, the only handbook that was easily accessible is the one that's broken, that doesn't work.
Correct. So we can immediately write that off, that a girl couldn't have possibly done it, and if they did, someone would obviously have already known that their handbook was stolen.
Yeah, they know their handbook was stolen. It has to be a guy that did it.
Alright.
So let's count.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Well, Celeste's account is new info, but...
Shoot!
Didn't work. Alright. No worries.
I was gonna say right bullet,
Isn't
but then
there
again,
a single clue
only
that
one.
might lead us
Oh,
to
yeah,
who
right there.
did it?
So...
Well,
But yeah, wrong statement.
clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind...
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Oh god.
Isn't there a single
You
clue?
made a game
Did
analogy.
nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw...
The killer. And only the killer.
No!
Wrong!
Celeste saw them.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Thank you for coming up with it when everyone was like, no one could have seen him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
This is great.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
No. Celeste is
Because
gold.
last night,
she's also
right before night,
she's also one of my
I
favorites.
saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
We didn't. We actually haven't found that
It
anywhere at
seems
all.
likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Going, I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
That is true.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
He did always decline.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
That's true. He wouldn't want to train with you because he can't go in the girls' locker room, so he can't actually get changed to train. Like, that's...
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
true.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Wait, what?
Huh?
You know
Bring
who
on
the
this
killer
Kyoko.
is.
Seriously?
Dude, I like Kyoko a lot. I'm liking her more and more as this game's going on.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Alright.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
It's true.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
And none of us found the evidence, which means it must have been destroyed. Right?
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Alright.
All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Yeah, I'm puzzled here. I'm not sure where you're trying to lead me.
Alright, I'll give you 2 passes and then I'll start giving you hints.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Yep, we do.
He was on his way to go exercise.
Correct.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Alright.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
It doesn't surprise
This
me.
exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Alright.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No.
No way.
Alright, second
Not a
pass.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
Hey, Mondo.
How
when
do
did we
you
say
know?
what color it was?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Excuse me?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Yeah, we never mentioned the color.
She never said anything about the
At
jacket's
all.
color.
But you knew the color.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Oh, man.
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone
thank
that?
you for the follow.
Hydromero?
Hydromero? I'm bad at pronunciation, so I apologize if ever I mispronounce names.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
This is a good question. How did you
Because I just...
explain that?
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Nope, we haven't found them.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Exactly.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
What a nickname.
Yeah, Jill is the nicknamer of the group.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Why? He's got a bag.
No, that can't be it either.
She stuffed the jacket into a bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Yeah.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Yeah.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Unless he was in the process of actually getting changed or had already changed.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
I mean, you're the queen of lies, Celeste. Should be able to tell a bluff when you hear it.
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very
Why
beginning.
did you have suspicions about him?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
We was acting because I hate him. Because I hate him. The way he talks. I don't know with this one. Let's go with talks.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude.
See, I didn't notice that, but that's because I call everyone dude regardless.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Oh.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, Kyoko's kind of a badass.
You're positively frightful.
No.
Burn the
not
witch!
frightful one.
I don't think she's a witch. I think you're the witch.
Ultimate witch.
Ultimate witch, dude.
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Exactly. Mondo, how could you, dude?
Mondo, was it really you?
We chatted about hogs and shit.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
Would you do that?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh, because now they're bros. So he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
I love it.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Why are you talking in that voice?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Your little ghost friend.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
What are you on?
Weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Oh yeah, I agree, Ichimaru.
What kind of evidence?
I didn't kill anyone. Good argument. Best argument.
Best argument. I didn't kill anyone. Alright, well, he said he didn't do it.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist,
Come on,
then...
Ifumi.
Here it is. What do you have there?
What's that?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Whose is it, though? Hondo's, Chihiro's... it'll be Chihiro's, right?
It would make sense.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Yeah.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
But it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
Wait, what?
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It
Yeah,
would take
he's
an
already
awful
told
lot
us
to break
multiple
one.
times that, like, you can't break these handbooks just lightly.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting
Both of
useless
them
in the main
are
hall.
completely busted.
For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Yeah.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
I do.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Hacking it, exploiting a bug, hitting its weak point.
For massive damage?
Hit its weak point for massive damage.
You already told us before that the handbook has
It
one
does
weak
have
point,
one
didn't
weak
you?
point. He mentioned it.
You remember that?
Yes, because, like, you know, I'm good.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
No.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
Yep.
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Yep.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
I don't think he does want it to be a fair trial, but sure.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
But it would make things more exciting in the future.
Just tell us already.
That's what I'd
Why
say.
would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well.
Go
I
make
have
us
a
come up with more
weakness for
interesting
pushy
ways of killing people.
demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me
We make
to
no
make a
promises.
special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Have you figured it out?
I flippin' knew it!
Yo, Mondo. Can you show me your handbook?
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Uh-huh.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
Oh god. I hit the cable.
What did you do?
Alright. I have a loose cable. Give me just a moment. Has it fixed up for you? There you go. That should be all fixed.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Interesting.
If
Science!
the hot air of the sauna were
Science,
somehow
bitch.
pushed directly onto your skin, you definitely get fried.
Huh.
Yeah.
That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Same.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Oh god. Ifumi, don't go freaking saying like, that's simple, everyone knows that.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Exactly.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Only 2 people would have known that. Those 2 people were Mondo and freaking... I don't remember his name already.
But how'd they
Taka.
find out?
Taka, yeah.
Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
They were both in that sauna for an unbelievably large amount of time. If any one of them had their handbook on them, then it would have been broken at that time.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
But Mondo decided he was just gonna go in as he was. He didn't get changed or anything.
They'd realize
So he
it was
probably would have
broken,
had his
of course,
handbook,
and
whereas
it
the other guy
be
wouldn't.
hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
Yep.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
Yeah, dude, because we were the witness.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Oh, it even tells you it has to be the one that wore all their clothes, man. That's easy.
Here's
Sorry.
my answer.
I got it before it told me that. It's alright.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
I know he's your bro, dude, but you gotta let it go.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
It's not really a uniform. Like, the school doesn't have a uniform, dude. It's just he went in with his clothes.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Exactly.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Alright. Proof time. Let's go. Who done it? Who? Oh god. That's
Yep,
3 bullets.
multiple truth bullets.
Oh god. Broken e-handbook. Chihiro's. Oh god. I
Let's
didn't even
test
see what the hell.
Makoto's assertion.
All right,
If
like I
what
said,
he says
I'm gonna
is
give you
correct, then
passes to
Mondo,
figure out which bullet.
you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look!
Wait.
Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Wait.
Oh, I think you figured it out.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Does it? Does it though?
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Well, I can tell you by how you've been hanging on this bullet. You have the right bullet.
Yeah. I think I know what I'm doing now.
Let's test Makoto. If what he said you broke your own hand. In other words, if Mondo then that proves
He says it's
that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just
I
fine.
pressed the wrong button. That's okay. We'll go. We'll go back.
See? Look!
I pressed and held
Makoto
it
was
rather
wrong
than
after
fucking...
all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
And that does something different.
Also,
entirely.
don't forget the white noise.
Yeah.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if Mondo then that proves that what Makoto
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
No, it doesn't. It's broken. It's busted.
Mondo,
How to fly
the
is
handbook you
best
have right now,
fail in the
is it
group.
really yours?
Of course.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
It's true. It's true.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
Oh, of course, because why would Leon's handbook be broken? That doesn't make sense.
Because we just established that there's only one way to break it.
And he, unless he went in the sauna for no apparent reason, or, you know, like... Then, yeah, no.
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
Yep.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Exactly.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
It's true.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's.
Exactly, and he has Leon's.
Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Correct.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
No, we've already established this, Hina. God, what are you doing?
Well, here's
Hina,
how
pay
I look at
attention.
it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
That's true, I suppose.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
Yeah, dude.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
All right.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong.
Sorry, Taka.
Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
I don't think so,
Okay,
Taka.
then why don't we look back on this
I think-
case one more
I
time?
think we're talking
from the
complete
beginning.
sense right now.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Should mean it's
Oh, closing arguments. All right.
time for a closing argument.
Okay.
Alright,
So,
Read about this
Chihiro's,
crime.
Chihiro's in the storage room, packing a tracksuit. Celeste is in there, being all like, "Hey, I'm here." And Chihiro's like, "Hi, I'm quickly put stuff in my thing." So that was when she would have spied the RBLB is what changes things. All right. So that's when she would have spied the tracksuit, which is this one. She would have seen the tracksuit.
And remember, it won't tell you if you're correct until you're actually going through it.
Yeah. And she quickly scrambles, put it in there properly, and then runs off. And then Act 2, locker room. Who's actually a he, god damn it. In the boys' locker room. That's gonna be used, but I don't know whether it's this one or this one, so I'm gonna just stick it in there for now, and we'll swap it over if needs be. As the swipe in. What would go on the goes on this panel here? We do this like this, and then this goes here, maybe? We'll do that like that for now. We'll come back if needs be. I'm not 100% positive about that one. And she comes in and it's like, oh god, there's a dude in here already. He's like, sup. He's like, oh, alright, I don't know what's going on here. Storing stuff in the room. Dude, I was pretty good at this last time, but I'm... I'll do this one. It's working, yeah, because in the next panel, he's holding it already. So we'll do that one there. He's holding the dumbbell. And Jira's like, oh no! And then splat. Put that there, because the blood kind of splattered on the friggin' poster. And yeah, that's all filled in. She's now dead. He now rolls up the carpet, places the poster. Oh, takes down the poster, moves, goes into... Wait, didn't I put this one in? Oh no, I didn't. Ah. Oh. I don't know what goes here at all. Oh, maybe the fact that it got dropped. No, that looks like heat. That looks like heat, that's something else. That's where they go into the girls. So we'll grab this one here. And then in the girls' changing room. Later on. Yeah, Bakia comes in. Decides to string her up. Right, bloodlust. We'll, 3 kill her. Again. That one and that one. Right, those two I'm pretty confident about. I think that was one I skipped because I just wasn't sure. Yeah, here. Just something to do with this.
Alright, let's see how correct you are.
I've got one I've still got to fill in. Right here. Alright. That's just filled in. I don't know 100%, but... Let's see.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Alright.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
No.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Yes. Nope, we got that right.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Yep, got those right. Cool.
Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Yo, we got that right
and
too.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Yep.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
All right.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act.
Yep.
First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Yeah, that was crap. Alright. Yeah, I thought that one was wrong, because that was the last one I did and I still wasn't certain about it. Was it that he... No, it isn't that he put it up yet, because he's not in the other room yet. So... Like, unless I'm wrong somewhere else further down the line.
I will confirm you have something else in the wrong spot.
Okay. That is another one, most of it.
I don't know. What's wrong with the,
Except for maybe this one.
What's wrong with that girl's door?
Let's take it out. That's the only one I'm not positive about for the rest of it. So I have these 4 to work with here to fill these 2 gaps in. And that one doesn't go there, which means it's one of those 3. What's the these? That goes there. That doesn't make sense. That looks similar to that one. I don't know whether that's going to be it.
The killer is you!
Try it.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster.
No, that's not it either. Alright.
Again, you're closer, but still wrong.
Yeah.
It has something to do with the door.
It's gotta be... It's gotta be just the fact that they went to the... Like, the dumbbell doesn't make sense. The dumbbell doesn't make sense to me.
Here's exactly what
Also,
happened. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Alright. So it's the fact that they went to
and
the
finally
locker
carrying
room.
the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yeah, you unnecessarily repeated the panel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is the same panel. Alright. Alright. So... this one, I think, would go there.
Let me catch up real quick and let me see.
It's the one where he's putting the poster back up, because, like, that would make sense to go now, right? He's in the room.
That one makes the most sense.
So,
Here's exactly what
I
happened.
forgot I had that one, because I took it out. It's not
After
very
all,
obvious.
Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya
then
discovered
there's
the
this
body and
asshole.
decided to intervene in the situation.
How did he
making
even know
things
she
even
was
more
in there,
complicated.
though? At this point, she was already in the girls' locker room.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Yep.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook.
Yep.
And that's how it all played out.
Gotcha.
Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Gotcha.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence?
I just gave you all the evidence.
You need evidence! You need proof!
I gave you all the proof too.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
A new element. Oh god, no.
Uh-oh. Oh god, yes.
Fever time and nega time. Oh god. During bullet time battle, if you press the RB button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. Oh fuck. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. Alright? So you can push A, Y, A, Y, however you want to destroy the opponent with verbal assault. It's only going to last until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access special time, right? So we've also prepared something called Nega Time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates Nega Time during bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate Fever Time at this point, I'm sure nothing would happen. Oh god.
I'll tell you right now, the tutorial is lying to you.
I have a feeling it would either cancel it out and things would just go to normal, or it would be a good thing to do.
It would override Nick.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, here's where I'm expecting you to to fail out.
Yeah, probably.
Because you don't have a lot of health.
Nope.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. You won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Whew.
Wow, I'm amazed you got through that.
If my thinking so
Dude,
far
I was
is right,
so focused.
Mondo
Man, if
must
only you'd
have
done that
replaced
the
his
first
broken
round, then you
handbook
might have
with
gotten
real
that achievement.
Yeah.
In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
You fasten up?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Mondo.
I did it.
Why?
I killed him.
Why did you kill him? You gotta have a reason, right? What'd I get? What'd I get? I got a 996 points. It was definitely a lot choppier than the first round.
Yeah.
But I got 80 coins. Yay!
Bro, what are you saying?
Bro.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Oh, man. Why, Mondo?
Roger that.
Wait!
Do you have a reason?
Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on.
Oh, God.
Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab
No.
your lever and give it a yank.
We have not all been waiting for this.
Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
All right. Ding, ding, ding.
What?
It looks like you got it right again. What do you mean, uh-oh? The Blackened that killed your hero is Mondo. Ah.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Taka chose the wrong answer. Treading it very close to the danger zone. Welcome to the danger zone.
Sorry.
What is this?
I'm sorry, Taka. He did it. He admitted he did it. You can't deny it. That's what I've been wanting to know. Why did he do it?
Now then.
Is it because Chihiro was a boy?
Actually...
Sad story of two men. Get the B button to fast forward the text. No, I want to know. I want to know. Tell me. Alright. His name was Chihiro. Had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. Yep. He couldn't overcome his weakness. Tried to hide and buried himself. Yep. Chosen that as his way out. no one will be able to say anything about. Yeah, it's true, it's true. The inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside him. Yeah, he was, yeah.
Like I said,
Weak.
people in this game have got issues.
Weak.
Yep. And revealing the embarrassing secrets, and of course, Chihiro's secret was the fact that he was actually a dude.
Hey,
Yeah, and he couldn't let anyone find out because, you know, then everyone would know. Dude, we wouldn't do that though.
what?
I'm sorry. But...
Alright. Got you. Yeah, he used the threat to actually just motivate himself to get over it.
That's right. I want to change.
Because, like, he couldn't kill anyone. He's not the sort of to do that.
Hey,
It'd be a good idea to ask someone for help.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, why didn't you come to me, Chihiro? I would have helped. Dang.
Fun fact, maybe that's something that happens closer to the end of her hangout events.
Oh, really? Interesting.
uh-huh.
Very simple, yeah. It's true. Yo, hey Hampulp. How you doing? That was his aspiration.
Correct.
My waifu died, dude. My waifu wasn't even a waifu. I feel so betrayed.
See, me on the other hand, if I had been in a rough situation, I just flat out don't care.
Indeed.
No.
Certainly.
I don't think that's it. He never breaks a promise. Promise he wouldn't reveal the secret. So, to cover up the promise, like the fact that he would break the promise by killing her and the boys, he moved it to the girls. Yeah.
But...
Because...
Everyone would have been arguing about how she got there in the first place. Yeah. It's about that time, Hampulp. It definitely is. Yeah, why did you do it? Did you have a secret you couldn't get out?
I knew it.
Yeah. What was your secret? You might as well tell us now. You're gonna die anyway.
What is this? You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat myself.
Oh, I mean, Monokuma's gonna tell us anyway.
Hey,
He killed his own brother. Dude. That's, yeah. Alright.
Now wait, hold on. We don't know the full story.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You tend to look up to your siblings and all that. Huh.
Yes,
Everyone was doubting him.
I played the game.
I just... Don't fuck with me.
Alright. Challenged him to a street race. During the race, tragedy struck. Kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into an oncoming traffic. Oh, his brother sacrificed himself to save him. Samondo didn't kill him as such, it was just an accident. Yeah. Jeez, this is... Dude, everyone's got something. Everyone's got something, you know?
I just...
Another weakling that could die in an instant. But he didn't kill him though. Like, it's not like he went out and actually freaking killed his own brother. I've been curious about what's in everyone's envelopes for a while, dude. That's why. Uneasiness, yeah.
I just...
Yep.
I'm sorry. Huh? But I want to change.
Yep.
I could probably guess a couple other characters, but
You piece of... What? What?
Huh?
He was jealous.
mm-hmm.
Oh, because Chihiro had the strength to actually come out with the secret, even if it was only to one person. To try and overcome it. Gotcha.
What?
It made him snap.
What?
No! What's wrong?
Damn you!
I just wanted to...
Jeez.
Yeah, that's right. You son of a bitch!
Don't remember anything after that. He just blacked out and snapped.
Yep. Just heat of the moment.
Why? Killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Yeah. His secret was he didn't feel that strong at all. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Yep, there's no hope there. Jesus.
Yep.
It's punishing time.
It can't be.
Yep.
Oh, this
well
punishment.
now.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Oh, jeez. I imagine it's obviously something to do with Bibles. But I don't...
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No! Yo,
Sorry,
Packer's on
man.
the edge,
I
dude.
couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
What promise did they make? Wait, what? Oh god. Oh, see, Mondo. Dude, you were such a bro. We got to hang out like once and it was a good time.
You talked about hogs.
We talked about hugs.
That may or may not have been a metaphor for penis.
What is this? Alright. Oh, okay. Cage of Death. Off he goes. And look how Monokuma has the same hairstyle. jeez. Round and round it goes. Is he just like... Fuck, dude. No!
Yes!
This is incorrect.
He's in a butter place.
He's in a butter place. That's great. That's a great.
I never would have thought of that.
He's in a butter place, dude. Ah. He's gone, dude. Yeah. You know what the screen reminds me of? It reminds me of the freaking Mega Man quote.
Oh,
What am I even fighting for?
That actually doesn't surprise me too much to say something like that now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh my god. He's butter now.
No, seriously, what the fuck?
It's so messed up. Was he really a friend though? I mean, he was a friend. I liked that guy. I didn't want him to die.
Hey. However...
Yeah. Why were you getting involved? It made things more interesting. It just confused the hell out of shit.
Like I said, Miyaki is an asshole.
So yeah, he ignores the rule as well and decides he's just gonna freaking... He is literally the embodiment of screw the rules, I have money.
Pretty much.
That's who he is.
There is nothing to be done. Spot Mama coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, you looked inside and saw the corpse. So you must have gone out of your way to go and get the other freaking handbook to get in there. Well...
That's right.
That's true. But, like, I mean, you could have just told us all that it was him and saved me from having to do all these freaking QuickTime button event things.
Look, you did fine. Except for...
Except for all the times I didn't. Oh.
I see.
He decided to go and use that. Yeah.
But...
Dude, we gotta keep our eye on you if you're gonna start messing with the freaking crime scene like this. It's gonna make things
Once
a
again,
lot more difficult.
We trust... Once again, we trust the serial killer more than we do him.
That's true, but that's because I feel like if freaking Toko kills someone as Genocide Jill, like, she'd only use like the method that she uses to kill someone.
Exactly. The
We're gonna
entire
know.
point of the game is to kill someone and not get caught.
Yeah, we
And
know
Jill
right away.
Admits she can't. Jill admits she won't kill anyone without using her method.
That's it. we know right away if it was her that killed it. Unless it was Toko that actually killed it. But she can't do that because she can't stand the sight of blood.
Yeah.
So, like...
Interesting.
Honestly, I feel like she's more likely to be killed than be the killer. You gotta think about it this way. Half the people here aren't gonna kill anyone. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it now.
You think...
Who could be a killer, and who is going to be killed?
Alright.
Correct.
Someone could use that method to try and frame Toko. That is very true.
Indeed.
But I gotta hope that we'd find ways of proving that it wasn't her if that was the case.
Hey.
Alright, I'm writing you down for half of cast survives game.
No. Half the cast doesn't survive the game.
Nope.
It's more a case of the fact that, like, half of the cast are going to kill someone. The other half of them are gonna die, but the half that kill someone are gonna get found out and therefore also die. I don't know how many people are actually gonna survive. I'm just saying that, like, I'm looking at it as if, like, you know, out of all these people, who could kill someone who's more likely to be killed?
I mean, to be fair, it's a possibility. It's just, well,
I feel like it's
fair,
unlikely.
that's kind of like this. That's the setup they used here, and I feel like that'd just be.
Yeah. Yes, he does like to perform these executions. Do we like them? No, not really.
I mean, I'm more impressed how you managed to turn a man into butter.
Gift to mankind itself. See, it's quotes like this. It's quotes like this that make me think that reality TV show idea might not be so far-fetched. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. Like, this guy has some crazy power, right? What if it is a TV show? What if it is actually being broadcast to the world? Maybe not a voluntary TV show that, like, you can choose to watch. Maybe it's just being broadcast. Like, people are forced to watch this shit.
What?
Along with the fact that he constantly refers to it, this is the moment we've all been waiting for, when literally no one in there is waiting for it. Like, the way he just announces things like a game show.
More than I'd be willing to pay for, Camaro.
The limited edition Mondo Butter is sold for. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
What the heck? Damn it!
What do you mean why we have to pick apart every little stupid thing? You're kind of making us pick apart every little stupid thing by making us do trials every time someone gets killed. We have to be analytical, otherwise we've got no hope of survival.
Ooh, how exciting!
Oh man. A terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
I could say that again. Ooh, that's a threat, dude. Tagami's threatening him.
In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up!
He is. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. Ha, that's a joke, because I'm the main character of the video game, not him. Ha 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 ha. No, Monokuma, we've heard enough of you. So we've lost 5 people already now, right? Jeez. Alright. What is this?
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Are you comfortable now?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Wait, what?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie.
Wait.
Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
Who is this?
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Who is this?
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? 16th high school student.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole.
What do you mean?
And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What do you mean?
Uh-oh.
Oh man, that's just
There's
so many questions.
There's bigger shit behind the scenes.
So many questions, dude.
So here we are at the end of chapter 2. We're significantly ahead of where we would normally end, but I'm not sure we should continue anymore today. Problem.
Yeah.
That's
Yo.
kind of like that
Okay,
information being revealed is kind of like the best spot to stop.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I guess we just, I don't know, call it short today.
How long have we been going?
About 2.5 hours.
I mean, yeah, like, we'd only be going for another hour and a half. We're over halfway through, like, what a normal stream length would be, I suppose, so...
Yeah, and honestly, there's really no point in getting through, like, the investigation social bit on this stream. That's just gonna keep throwing us off if we keep tacking it on this.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So yeah, let's say we just reconvene under your normal time Tuesday.
Yeah, sounds good. So if you enjoyed the stream, feel free to obviously give us a follow if you haven't done so already. It does mean you'll be alerted when I go live in the future. You can also follow on Twitter. I do tweet when I go live, so if you are someone that's an avid Twitter follower and you pay attention to your tweets, you can follow me on there too. I try to post tweets before I go live, but sometimes I forget and I do it literally as I go live. So you can also subscribe on YouTube. I've got like videos and stuff going on there. You want to know, is that beef on the phone? What? What are you talking about? You're confusing me, Supersonic. I don't understand. But anyway, yeah, with that all said, thank you so much for watching, guys. And we'll catch you on Tuesday for the next part of Danganronpa. Should be a fun time. See you later.
Bye.